Good day to Dr. Ram and everyone. I am Kugan Sukumaran, metric number 267607, and today I am going to present case 3, the smell, taste and touch of money, an accounting policy decision. First of all, let us look at the executive summary. MIM Holdings, it's a subsidiary and it's a special purpose entity SPE set up in 2009 to generate income for UPC Berhad, UPC as their parents. Besides, MIM Holdings was established on January 18, 2009 as a private limited company under the original name of MIM Berhad. Furthermore, MIM was principally involved in film production, training and consultancy services, investing holdings and managing national service training program. The activity of its subsidiary were diverse, including education, cleaning services, hospitality, travel agencies, and food and beverages. Moreover, objective and mission of MIM were to become the leading strategic business in the region by year 2025, and its mission was to increase the customer satisfaction through dynamic and innovation operation. Next, on the debate on the recognition of the injection of fund. In 2017, a new investment opportunity outside the Clangberry arose. UPC aggressively pushed for MIM to snap this investment. It exercised its control over MIM into acquiring the new investment. An independent valuation dated on 13 January 2017 put the fair value of the investment to be at 79,253,966 ringgit. It was arguably a bargain given that eventually MIM paid consideration for the investment was 51,454,778. Besides, the investment was financed through a mix of financing arrangement. First, from Islamic Business Financing Term Loan, 40 million subjected to a profit rate of 15% per annum payable in 240 monthly installment. Second, by injection fund by their parents UPC amounting to RM 18 million. MIM recognized the injection fund was treated as usual additional capital funding by their parent. However, the debate on the recognition of the injection fund began in earnest. The parent refused to recognize the injection of fund as an additional capital contribution, and MIM should repay the injection of fund from the return of the investment. Therefore, MIM has 40 million of Islamic banking loan and also additionally liability of 18 million from UPC, impacted the business leverage and affected the financial stability in current year and also upcoming years, and also caused the group had a huge loss and the current liability exceed the current assets. Next part is statement of the problem. The first problem is on recognition of fund injection, whether it's liability or equity. In 2017, UPC giving a fund injection amounting RM 18 million to MIM for new investment. Earlier, the fund injection was treated as equity by MIM, but unfortunately, UPC had treated that amount as their liability to them. This caused huge finance cost to MIM, where they need to pay 40 million Islamic banking loan and 18 million from UPC. A huge finance cost in 2017 and 18 impacted a heavy loss to MIM in 2019, which are shown in MIM Consolidated Statement of Comprehensive Income. Besides, the second problem is, can MIM Holdings be able to meet their long-term obligation after the injection fund was recognized as liability? MIM Holding finds difficulties to meet their long-term obligation since the injection fund was recognized as debt, which illustrated in MIM Holdings Consolidated Statement of Comprehensive Income. Besides, in 2019, the external auditor KHR drew attention to the material uncertainty related to the going concern of MIM, which indicate that the material uncertainty exists that may cast significant doubt on the company's ability to continue as going concern. Alright, the third problem is MIM not fully emphasizing the internal controls mechanism. Firstly, language barriers in the internal control mechanism in MIM, because it's written in English and most of their staff are not understand the language. Next is MIM management also didn't put emphasizes on the actual implementation of internal control. None of the external audit reports over the period of 2017 to 2019 indicate any emphasis on internal control, and this caused the top management and shareholder of MIM not aware of this matter. Alright, next part is causes of the problem. The cause of first problem is excessive power of UPC as parent company over MIM Holdings. According to Companies Act 2016, UPC has the control and power over MIM. However, UPC has no clear information of MIM and just simply pushed MIM to make new investment, although UPC knows that MIM is not capable to invest. There are no any discussion between UPC and MIM on how the amount 18 million will be treated before the investment is made. Besides, both parents and subsidiary lack of knowledge in MFRS and consolidated financial statement related with power and control. For example, UPC has overpower over MIM, where UPC has existing right that give its ability to direct the relevant activities, such as the activities that significantly affect MIM returns, exposure or rights to variable returns from its involvement with MIM. Next is the cause of second problem, which is MIM Holdings lacks in financial ability to make an investment. Before MIM made the investment, the company not review the ability to make an investment and what the consequences faces by them after the investment is made. MIM still needs 18 million from UPC, although they have loan with Islamic banking amounting to 40 million to make an investment. Besides, after the investment is made, MIM incurred a net loss of 3,616,321 ringgit during the year end 31st December 2009. And as of the date, the group's current liability exceed its current asset by 4,644,718 ringgit, thereby indicating the existence of material uncertainty, which may cast significant doubt about the group's ability to continue as going concern. Thus, it can clearly show that MIM Holding is lack in financial ability to make an investment. Furthermore, theories that can apply is solvency debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, to analyze MIM Holdings whether they are able to meet their long-term obligation or not. This is an example of a solvency ratio calculation. In 2017, the ratio is 1, which means that debt is outstanding 1 time larger than equity. Whereas in 2018, the ratio is 2.9, which means that debt is outstanding 2.9 times larger than the equity. Whereas in 2019, the debt ratio is 3.43, which means the debt outstanding is 3.4 times larger than their equity. Next is the cause for third problem, which is MIM Holding not emphasizes on internal control mechanism. Management didn't put emphasis on the actual implementation of internal control, and they only write on paper. Besides, the internal control implemented by MIM, but the staff did not fully understand the internal control mechanism because it's written in English, and it caused the problem for the staff because English is not their first language. Thus, the internal control is not fully applied in MIM. Besides, the external auditor was not highlight this issue in audit report. Therefore, the top management and shareholder are not realized the weakness of internal control which has been implemented in MIM. Furthermore, the theories that can apply is socio-linguistic theory to define and elaborate on the construct on the language barrier, which is believed will helpful to help MIM staffs. Next part is decision criteria and alternative solution. This is alternative solution for problem 1. MIM Holding should give emphasis on MFRS 10, consolidated financial statement related with power of being parents company. The pros is MIM knows what the power of its subsidiary over them, whereas the cons is limited freedom management. Besides, the second alternative is MIM should have an agreement with their parents, UPC, to indicate the power and control of their parents company over MIM. The pros is to avoid any miscommunication between parents and its subsidiaries in future. Cons are agreement take time to plan, create, and can be costly, which included legal fees. All right. Next is alternative solution for problem two. The first solution is changes the board of directors (BOD) of MIM Holdings. It is necessary to have changes in BOD since the under the current BOD, the company faces heavy loss in 2019, and the current BOD fails to review the financial capability of their company to make investment and just follows on UPC decision on their investment without any discussion with UPC. The pros is a new BOD can manage well MIM holdings with their experience. Cons are might incur high cost to change the BOD, and it will take time for new BOD to adapt the environment inside the MIM holdings. Besides, the second solution is BOD of MIM should have an agreement with their parents to indicate the power and control of their parents' company over MIM. The pros is to avoid any miscommunication between parents and their subsidiaries in future, while cons are agreement times take time to plan, create, and can be costly, which included legal fees. Next is alternative solution for problem 3. The solution for language barriers, MIM should provide bilingual info for their staff about internal control, which enables them to have a better understanding on company's internal control mechanism. The pros are can save costs, reduce supervision, and improve organizational structure. While the cons are the staff will not put English as their first priority. Besides, the second alternative is MIM needs to send their staff for language training for improve their communication skill and understanding of MIM internal control. Language training also help increase staff confidence and maximize professional skills. The pros are can improve their communication skill, while cons are include additional costs for send their staff for language trainings. Next part is recommendation, solution, implementation, and justification. All right. The recommendation solution for problem one. The best recommended solution for MIM holdings should have an agreement with their parents, UPC, to indicate the power and control of their parents company over them to avoid any miscommunication between parents and subsidiaries in future. Besides, the benefits of having an agreement between both of them will have an clarity in business relationship and rights of parents over its subsidiary. Besides, by having an agreement, both companies can avoid any potential issues that affect company in the future and also can preventing misinterpretation of communications. All right. Next is recommendation solution for problem 2. The best recommended solution for MIM Holdings is to change the board of directors (BOD) of MIM Holdings. Because the current BOD fails to review the financial capability of their company to make an investment and just follow on UPC's decision on investment without having any discussion to UPC's because UPC having a control over them. If MIM have a good BOD, definitely they will direct MIM holdings in profitable and successful way. Moreover, a professional and knowledgeable board of directors will always lead a company to best path and always have a good communication and relationship with company's internal and external parties, such as for internal is their company staffs, the company management, and for the external is their shareholders, all than that. To ensure there are no any misunderstanding or misinterpretation in the company for future years. Next is recommended solution for problem 3. The best recommended solution is MIM should provide bilingual info for their staff about internal control, which enables them to have a better understanding on company's internal control mechanism. Besides, by providing bilingual info, MIM can save costs, reduce supervision, and improve organizational structure. Furthermore, bilingual info is also easily readable for their staff in MIM holdings and easy for them to apply it because it in Malay and in Malay language and English language. That's all from me today. Thank you. Have a great day.